Oh, hello YouTube, Phil and Florence. Well, today's another big college game day football. We've got Carolina plays at noon going up against Florida. We ought to be able to take Florida this year with no problem. We're not usually able to say that so easy and quick, but I believe it can happen this time. Clemson plays later on. They're going up against Florida State, and again, they shouldn't have any problem with Florida State. Florida State's really having a bad year, and Clemson's having another good year, so may the best team win. Boy, it's nice and cool out here today. The temperatures have dropped. We've had a low front, so good for barbecuing and smoking, standing out around a fire and a smoker. So let's get on with it. What I got behind me here is my Weber Smokey Mountain. What we're going to do today, something a flip side of pulled pork. And guess what that is? Pulled beef. We got a couple of 3-pound chuck roast I just put on about 10 minutes ago. And so at the end of this cook, we'll be pulling some beef and making some nice pulled beef sandwiches. And I can't wait to try it. This is my first time trying chucks on the smoker. So I want you to stay tuned and let's see what happens. Alright, here it is. 2 chuck roast. About 5.99 pounds. We'll call it 6 pounds. So that's what we got going on today. Some pulled beef sandwich. Olive oil down. W sauce on it. And we'll go down with some kosher salt. Little onion powder. Garlic powder, granulated garlic, rather. I'm gonna also put some just black pepper. We'll see you at the smoker. Okay, it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it's time to wrap these puppies. Yeah, they got a lot of tenderizing to do yet. Got some beef broth. And it's hot. I'm just gonna pour in the Stubbs beef spice rub. I'm gonna put some of that on here. Has a good smell to it. Should be a good flavor. I'm gonna Put a little Worcestershire sauce in there. Here's some maple syrup for a little sweetness. A little bit of Coke. This is kind of a combination off of a couple of different recipes. So, you know, cover it up in this. Get it even there. I know from here on out you go for tender instead of a temperature, but I still want to put the thermometer back in. I don't want to tear this. Let me stick this thermometer back in the meat so we can see what we're doing here. When it does get done, we'll know about what temp to start checking it at. We're shooting for like 205, but it could be 210, 212, or 15, depending on when it gets tender. Probing it to see when we get tender. Alright, a little later. Okay, now we're shooting for 205, so I'm going to change this meat temperature to 205. Okay, it's been 4 hours and 15 minutes. It's been in the full 2 hours. It's been around 250, 260 degrees on the temperature inside. We've got the meat up to 210 degrees, so we're going to check the tenderness. Got the temperature we want, but let's check tender. I don't know, might have to go. It's fairly tender, but I still feel a little resistance. So we're going to let it stay in there a little while longer. Alright, it's been 30 more minutes. It's up to 214 internal. It's been on 4 hours and 52 minutes. Let's probe it again. It should be where we want it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. She's ready to go. Ready to go. We're going to let this rest for about an hour inside. And while we're doing that, I'll meet you at the stove. We're going to grill some onions, saute some onions to go on the sandwiches and make up the sauce for the sandwich. Okay, we're going to mix up some sauce for these sandwiches. And it's almost a 2-to-1, 2 parts mayonnaise and 1 part horseradish sauce. Actually, it was like 16 ounces of mayo and 6 ounces of horseradish sauce. So it's a little over 2-to-1. Oh. So anyway, let's just measure out. There's a half a cup. We'll go a cup. We'll go with that. Let's go with horseradish sauce. This is a 1/4 cup. So we'll do that. I'm going to reach in with this 1/4 cup and get another scoop of mayo. I feel a little better about it. Okay, don't want it to be too strong. Stir it up. That's easy enough, isn't it? Alright, I'll end up putting this in this bottle here for a squeeze bottle. Now what we're going to do is grill or saute some onions. Right, let's throw down some butter. Just dump them in. There's no rhyme or reason to this. And they'll cook down with a little salt and a little pepper. I'll catch you back in a few minutes when it's looking pretty. Okay, what we got here is 2 roast. It's tender. It's been sitting about an hour. So we're just gonna go to work on it. All right, well I'll come back to you once I get this pulled apart. All right, guys, we come to the end of the cooking. We've got us some pulled beef, about 6 pounds of chuck roast, cooked at about 250 to 260 for about 5 hours. So what we're gonna do now is fix us a little sandwich, pulled beef style. All right, just plenty of it. I got some caramelized onions cooked up here, you saw in the video. And of course, I'll probably put more pepper on it. I like it that way. Oh, about to forget my sauce I put together. You saw me put this sauce together, but it was kind of flat, so I did add some sriracha sauce to it. So just to taste. So put a little bit of that on there. Like I say, I'm a pepper man. I can't stand to make that sandwich without putting more black pepper on it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Woo! Here we go. That looks good. I've never had pulled beef. This is my first time. Sorry about that. There's a big difference between pulled beef and pulled pork, of course. But being the first time for me, I'm really enjoying that. All those flavors, that beef flavor coming out with that sauce, the onions. That's a good recipe right there. Okay, folks, this is so good. Just wanted to show you this gravy. This is about half of it. It came out the tray, the pan. This is delicious, absolutely delicious. You put that on the beef on the bun, the onions on the beef, and the gravy, and then the sauce. Woo! That is a killer. I highly recommend that one. Well, that's my cook for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back and be with me next week on next Saturday's cook. By the way, Carolina Gamecocks win. Clemson's still in there playing, so may the best team win. Until next time, Phil in Florence. Game day football. We've got Carolina plays at noon going up against Florida. We ought to be able to take Florida this year with no problem. We don't usually say that. We don't usually.